Right, so I guess this video is kind of a bit of a rant more than anything, but this is going to be the kind of start of the blogs that we do to basically discuss what we're going to be doing in the business, and mainly the cars that we're going to be buying and building over the next year. Now, as you know, if you follow us, we build quite a lot of cars. I think we've bought 30 this year alone, and you've probably seen about 7 of them that we've actually built. But there's something I weren't going to do this sort of video because it's not me. But I'll be honest, I got a bit pissed off last night. So we drove to Dudley to go and view a car. Really nice guy, it seemed, on the phone, and seemed very genuine. And he basically went through the car he's selling, which was a Mini Cooper. It was crash damaged. I knew it was crash damaged. We bought plenty of crash damaged cars and built loads over the years. Doesn't really bother us because we go to town and we get them right and we fix everything on them.
This is the red one, yeah?
This is the red one that I didn't really show you. So that's the car, Dave. So, looks great, doesn't it?
Nice looking car.
The guy said he was a detailer,
yeah.
Which made me think, right, well, he may not be to the level we are, but
yeah.
I'm not being picky or big-headed. Yeah. The car could be actually amazing and a great buy because I don't have to do anything on it, that white side of it, because if he's done a good job and he's passionate, it'll be great.
Yeah.
He's also done a 3-year coating on it. It probably wouldn't last for 3 years, but if it did this year, we could sell it. Again, great, absolute bonus. So I thought, right, we've done a deal, and we set off about 7:30 last night to view the car. Got there, the guy had an M3 on the drive, new one, G80, told me he had it, and he had an Aston Martin. And I thought, well, this guy's genuine, really into his cars. I think this is going to be a great buy. Instantly walked up to the car and noticed the rear bumper was cracked.
Okay.
Which, again, could be because of the accident damage, but that wasn't advertised. The thing that annoyed me initially was I sent him a message and I said, what is wrong with the car? Please describe any creaks, knocks, bangs, scratches, mechanical issues, electrical problems. And the reply I got was a couple of stone chips on the bonnet. The car is immaculate.
Yeah.
That's it.
So right, an accident damage one, if they've skimped and not bought a new bumper or a second-hand bumper, what else have they left on a repair?
Well, they haven't done anything. So we got to the front of the car, and this is the thing that now tallies up the more I think about it, right? So this shows the passenger side front.
Yes.
This shows the passenger side rear.
Yes.
Driver's side rear. Driver's side rear. Interior.
Yeah.
Not one, and I will put these pictures up, guys, so you can see exactly what I'm doing. I'll even put the advert on there, because I said this is something I don't normally do, but you know, I'll explain why. Not one picture there of the front wing or the front bumper,
no.
From a driver's point of view. The driver's side bumper was hanging off. It was held on with bathroom sealant. There was no under tray, and that's what we could see within 3 seconds of looking. Then we started looking, and Dan, obviously being a painter, he went, there's pop and blistering on the bonnet, the boot, the bumper and the side. So whoever's painted that has painted it in a backstreet garage, and they've got air pop on it. Yeah. So if you don't know what air pop is, it's when there's water or contamination in the gun and it blisters basically. Yeah. So the paint job was shocking.
Yeah.
Now, to a point, we couldn't have fixed that without a respray, but we could have flattered it and wrapped it and then been honest about what we'd done with the car, but made a nice car. The fact was, all the front end was hanging off, and the bathroom sealant was this thick from the arch, which was so obvious. I don't care who you were into cars, or if you're not into cars, you would go, that's wrong.
Yeah.
This guy said he'd not spotted any of that.
Okay.
So he knew about all of it, and it's because I've looked at the pictures afterwards and realised he's hidden that particular photo for it. He then said to me, you should have asked for a video call of the car because I could have shown you around it. I don't need that when I've asked the question, what's wrong with the car?
Definitely.
And if I'm asking you as a detailer who's doing this work for a living, why have you not seen any of that? That tells me even when you wash the car, you don't know what you're doing, which I actually questioned because I started to get a bit pissed off, to be totally honest, after a 2.5 hour drive.
It was a long drive,
to find out it's an absolute shed. It's not worth $2,000, this car. Like, it isn't worth anything to anyone unless they want an actual banger to do the cash and carry run. Like, it isn't worth anything. So I said to him, when you wash the car, have you not noticed any of this? Like, and he says, no, I didn't. I've only just seen it now and you've pointed it out. And then he says, the reason you know what you're doing is because you rip panels off a car on a daily basis to PPF them. which is not what happens
No,
with PPF.
you don't take the panels
You don't
off.
take the panels off. But as a detailer,
Would see
even
that.
a really good valeter, which I've always said there's a difference, a really good valeter would be going, well, that's not right, you've got silicone there, your bumper's hanging off. When you wash the bumper, it wobbles.
Yeah.
When you go around the car, the bonnet had a bulge, which Dan spotted, which will fill it. Maybe some people won't spot that, but the blistering is obvious. It was horrendous. It was like measles on the car. So this is where I kind of go with, I don't understand why people are honest. I don't understand why people are genuine. Advertise the car as it is, because the way I see it, if you came to view a car here and you found something that I hadn't advertised, even like a scrape on the wheel, I'm in a situation where I'm having an argument or a discussion with you, and I don't want that grief.
No.
But I also don't want to waste my time with a car that you might not want to buy.
No.
So why not advertise as it is? And that's the issue with bloody Facebook. It's just full of bullshitters. Now, the list of messages, and I'm going to put some of these in this video. I'm going to let you see exactly what he said to me. So if you go onto this, Dave, you'll be able to see it. But he is justifying the issues with the car, and he's getting snotty with me. And I actually did say to him, I want you to cover my fuel to go back, which I think is more than really fair, because I've got a friend to drive me there with their partner. We'd spent 5 hours in a car, and we clearly weren't going to be buying it. Now, that's my time that I don't have, because I want to be building other things. But I got snotty, and I says, look, we'll just call it quits. You've advertised it wrong. You really need to change your listing, which is now done.
Yeah.
But I'm going to show you the listing, because it's still bullshit, and it's not advertising anything at all. But he's commented on here saying, I should have asked for more information, which is rubbish. The car was crash damaged, and it's not brand new, so you expect damages. Yes, I do, but I've said what it is. And the biggest key thing on there is, he's a detailer.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tag his business in this, and I'm going to highlight who he is. Because on another side note to this, when you contact us and ask us for a ceramic coating price, and I tell you it's sort of £400, and there's people like this offering it for 250 because they're mobile, they don't have overheads, and they don't do the level of work we do, which is really obvious. People like to go for the cheapest option all the time. But what's that telling you? If this guy's charging 250 quid and doing it in half a day, and I'm charging 400 and doing it in a day to 2 days, in a professional business where I am one of the best in the country and been doing this since 1999, and this guy probably started up last year because he was bald, why are you going to a cheaper detailer? And does this not tell you what they don't even see? Because why would you have had that car ceramic coated?
You wouldn't, would you? Because
if he's done a machine polish on it to do a correction, that's not a correction, because I couldn't correct that car. No. The paint is far too gone to be corrected. I couldn't even enhance it. I could get it shiny. That's it. Because the bumper's knackered. It had lacquer peel on it as well. So you can't. I would be telling that client, let's not do this job. It's not worth it to you. We can put a temporary coating on if you want it to keep clean, but you're spending 400 quid with me, 250 quid with him, and you're getting nothing out of it.
You're just putting something on top of the paint, right? The paint's got to be as a standard.
Put a bloody wax on it. Pay a valeter 80 quid to valet it, because truthfully, that client's not going to get anything on their car. But this is sort of on another tangent of it, is people need to realise that if you go to people like this to get your car done because he's cheaper but telling you he's doing the same job as us, he's not. There's a big difference. Like, you wouldn't buy a cheap kitchen against a Howden's kitchen if you could afford the Howden's kitchen. And it's the same scenario with everything in the world, but the problem is the world's gone mad and everyone thinks Temu prices. So you want to get your car done for absolutely nothing, and you might think it's amazing to start with, but this shows even a guy who's a detailer advertising a car completely wrong with knackered paint. Now, if you look at his advert that he updated last night, because it updated as we were driving.
I think with some of the things when people are saying they've had the car detailed or valeted, you look. Does everybody understand, like with paint correction, or they see a shiny car and think that's done? Yeah. That's it's been cleaned, it's valeted, it's detailed. I've done my paint, it's lovely. Should
be. If he had a detailing van outside, he told me we were mobile. What? If again, let's say on another basis, I'm a detailer and he knew I was because he'd done his research when he just clicked my profile. He knows what I'm going to come and look at, and I'm actually probably the unpickiest person because it's an old car.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be that detailer that picks fault with everything because it's not brand new.
It's not an
And new
80
cars
grand
aren't that good anyway. But the way I work is as a detailer, I fix the shit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go and pick fault and knock you down on price from stuff that no one else would see, because I'll just fix it. But that should have been a point where he goes, actually, mate, you're going to find issues with this car and it's not good enough.
He's
Which
not
I've
gonna
had
pull the wool
people
over
say
your
that
eyes,
before.
is
I have had a few say, but so what he's done is he's updated it. Previously, light front damage in 2019. Cat S, really honest, good to put that. No issues.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not electrical, but we didn't even go into that. A few age-related marks as expected, nothing major.
Yeah.
Nothing major. It needs a bonnet, it needs a bumper, it needs a rear bumper. To paint all those, you're going to have to blend into the wings and possibly the doors. It needs £5,000.
Yeah.
If you buy the bumper second hand and go to a backstreet garage, someone who might actually be pretty damn good, you're still going to be £2,500.
Easily, yeah.
That's not the car's value. That's going to make that Cat S car £3,000 more than what it's worth.
I mean, like the headlights, how are they mounted in with the brackets broken?
Do you know what, the bumper,
siliconed in
I
and
actually
stuff.
pulled the silicon and the bumper just fell off.
Yeah.
And then he's replied on the message going, he's going to look at that and assess it today, which he's not.
No.
He's literally just lying. He's not even changed the pictures.
Yeah.
So, this is something I've never done, and I don't like doing this, and I don't like it when people do it, but I'm going to actually tag this guy's business because he's really peed me off. And I'm going to say to you, if you're going to get your car done by this guy, don't. Just don't. Find anyone else. Because he clearly can't do what he's supposed to do as a detailer. It'd be like getting a plasterer out who's someone who's a joiner and doesn't know what he's doing and just wants to have a play. It isn't going to work, guys. And it's not about having a dig. I'm not going to name the guy personally. I'm not going to do anything like that. But don't lie when you're selling a car. Be honest. People need to be honest about it. We are so clear. So I'm going to give you a really good example to finish this video off. You know this, Dave. Yeah. You weren't here. We sold the Focus ST
Tuesday.
2 days ago. We put it on a recovery truck, and unfortunately the recovery truck that they brought wasn't good enough. That's the best way I'm going to say it. And it slightly hairline fractured the splitter on the bumper.
Yeah.
I instantly rung the guy. I could have left it and he wouldn't have known, and I offered him £150 off because of that, because the Focus was immaculate.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it got worse from there. The guy delivered the car. Between him and the client, I don't know what exactly happened, but they both tried to get the car off the recovery truck, and they got it on the wrong angle, and they put it on the wrong angle of a hill, and it cracked the splitter completely.
Finished the splitter off, kind of thing, yeah.
And I didn't know where to go with it. And I asked the guy, do you want it or do you just want to bring it back? Because it isn't fair on you.
No.
And he accepted it. The splitter, now I've seen a picture, excuse me, isn't as bad as they're made out, but I gave him 250 quid off, which is the cost of the splitter. That's me being more honest than I should have been. Well, no, actually, that's me being honest as I should have been. That's me saying it as it is, giving him the value for the money and telling him everything about it.
You as a person and you with the name for the business as well.
I don't want it. They're my cars. We build them through the business, but they're my cars. But I sell them from here because I want you to view them here. I want you to know they're immaculate. I want you to see them at night under lights. I want you to know they're looked after and cared for. And we do more than we ever should. So timing belts, brakes, subframes, whatever we think it might need, way more than you ever should to sell a car. We do it because I don't want to come back. That's a complete opposite case of I'm just going to lie about everything. I hope you don't spot it.
Bodge it together.
And it's rubbish. So that's the end of the rant.
Okay.
We'll go on to another video. You're going to see more videos, not like this, but in here with the guys who we sponsor, talking about the next builds that we're doing. And off camera now, me and Dave are going to talk about another car that I actually might go and get. It's not the car I want. It was number 10 on the list. It will work, I think, for shows, but it's not the car I actually wanted because there was another plan for something else, which was this one. But we're going to go on to off camera now. The next video you'll see, guys, if you want to keep following the new YouTube channel that we're now bringing back, will be things like this, but it'll also be us doing the restoration work on the car, building the cars, going to shows. And if you want to see a lot more on the fastest X1 in the country, but we're going to bracket that, put world, you need to follow a few more videos because me and Dave are going to be going out in the Porsche and the X1, and we're going to be doing some testing and some time stuff, and you're going to see some things that you would never normally see on a YouTube channel because, let's be honest, nobody else really has stupidly fast, high-powered engine builds in X1s, and I think it's cool as shit.